Every parent has checked under the bed at least once. You kneel down, you lift the skirt, you prove there's nothing there. But what if one night you don't just check? What if you challenge it? Because in the Harper house, Daniel Harper didn't just look under the bed. He told whatever was hiding there to come out. And something listened.
Daniel Harper had always trusted the things he could measure. Deadbolts on every door, a monitored security system with motion sensors that pinged his phone if a raccoon so much as crossed the driveway, smoke detectors tested monthly, carbon monoxide alarms that chirped only when the batteries needed changing. In Cedar Ridge, Ohio, a cookie-cutter suburb where every lawn was mowed to the same height and every porch light snapped on at dusk like clockwork, nothing bad happened without a reasonable explanation. Monsters were for fairy tales, shadows were just shadows, and kids had imaginations that needed reining in. Ethan was 8 when the sentences started. "Dad, there's someone under my bed." The first time, Daniel chuckled, ruffled his son's hair, and said, "It's just the house settling, bud. Old pipes, nothing to worry about." The second time, he sighed, grabbed the flashlight from the nightstand, and knelt. Dust bunnies, a lost Lego piece, the faint smell of laundry detergent from the clean sheets. Nothing else. See? Empty. Ethan didn't look convinced. He just stared at the dark space Daniel had revealed, like something had retreated deeper when the light hit. By the 5th night in a row, Daniel's patience thinned. Work had been brutal. Deadlines at the engineering firm, traffic on I-71, a boss who thought team player meant do my job too. When Ethan appeared in the bedroom doorway again, pale and trembling in his Spider-Man pajamas, Daniel snapped. "Enough, Ethan. There's no one there. You're safe. Go back to sleep." But Ethan didn't move. He whispered, "He's still there, Dad. He waits until you leave." That word, he, landed differently. Not it, not something. He. Daniel tried everything the parenting forums recommended. A nightlight shaped like a rocket ship, white noise machine playing ocean waves, books about brave knights slaying imaginary dragons. Ethan listened, nodded, but every night he pressed himself flat against the wall, as far from the bed's edge as possible, knees to chest, eyes wide in the dim glow. One evening, Claire, Daniel's wife, the calm one, the elementary school teacher who believed in feelings, sat on the edge of Ethan's bed. "Sweetie," she said softly, "what does he look like?" Ethan hesitated, then whispered so quietly they almost missed it. "Like me, but wrong. His smile is too slow, like he's learning it." Daniel forced a laugh. "Okay, that's creative, kiddo, but that's enough ghost stories for tonight." Ethan didn't smile back. The breaking point came on a Tuesday. Rain hammered the roof. Daniel had missed another dinner, come home to cold takeout and a quiet house. When Ethan shuffled into the living room at 9:30, eyes red, Daniel stood up. "Fine," he said, voice tight. "Let's settle this once and for all." He marched down the hallway, Ethan trailing behind like a shadow. The boys' room smelled of crayons and faint mildew from last spring's leak. Daniel flicked on the overhead light, knelt, yanked the bedskirt aside. Darkness, dust, nothing. He turned to Ethan. "Happy? No monsters, just an empty space." Silence. Then, from the bed above him, a soft voice, Ethan's voice almost, said, "You asked me to come out." Daniel froze. He looked up slowly. Ethan sat cross-legged on the mattress, hands folded neatly in his lap, perfect posture, watching him with calm, unblinking eyes. The smile spread gradually, lips curling in stages, like a video played at half speed. But Ethan, the real Ethan, stood behind Daniel in the doorway, trembling, tears streaking his face. Daniel's stomach dropped. The thing on the bed tilted its head. "You never said only one." The room felt colder. Shadows in the corners thickened, not from the light dimming, but from something pressing in. Daniel grabbed the real Ethan, pulled him close, backed toward the door. "What do you want?" he rasped. The copy stood, movements smooth, almost graceful, but off, like someone mimicking human motion from memory. "Practice," it said. The word echoed, layered, two voices speaking in near-perfect sync. "We watch, we learn. Every time a parent checks, we get better." Daniel glanced at the mirror on the closet door. It showed only him and the crying boy in his arms, no reflection of the thing stepping forward. It lunged. The bedroom door slammed shut on its own. Lights flickered. Claire screamed from downstairs. Cold fingers brushed Daniel's arm, then nothing. When the light steadied, Claire stood in the doorway, breathless. Ethan sat on the bed, rubbing his eyes, looking confused and sleepy. "Daniel? What happened?" He stared. The boy on the bed looked normal, just a tired kid. "Nightmare," Daniel muttered. "Bad one." They went back to bed, but Daniel didn't sleep. He watched Ethan's chest rise and fall. Too still, too even.
Morning came. Ethan didn't eat breakfast. He sat at the table, staring at his cereal, then at Daniel, studying. When Claire asked if he felt okay, he said quietly, "I feel different, like there's more of me now." Daniel's mug slipped. Coffee splashed across the table. That afternoon, he dragged the bed frame to the garage. No space underneath. Problem solved. Ethan screamed when he saw. "Put it back! He needs the dark! He needs the place!" Daniel froze. Who needs it? Ethan's mouth opened. No sound came out, just a slow blink. That night, Ethan slept on a mattress on the floor. Daniel lay awake, listening. At 3:17 a.m., always 3:17, the scratching started. Not from under the bed, from inside the walls. Soft at first, then louder. Tiny claws or fingernails scraping between studs, moving upward, across the ceiling, down the hallway. It stopped directly above their bedroom. The drywall above the bed bulged, just a fraction, something pressing from the other side. A whisper slipped through the air vent, calm and clear. "You misunderstood." Daniel sat up, heart hammering. "You invited us out," the voice continued, "but we weren't waiting under one bed. We live where children look, in the dark spaces they stare into, closets, under blankets, behind doors. And every time you check, you open the way." The hallway creaked. Ethan's bedroom door opened slowly, on its own. Daniel stepped into the hall, flashlight shaking. 3 Ethans stood there.
Identical. Same pajamas, same messy hair, same face. They spoke in unison, soft and synchronized. You wanted proof. The house vibrated. Plaster dust sifted from the ceiling. Daniel ran back to his room. Claire was sitting up, eyes wide. The floor beneath their bed cracked, not loudly, thin spiderweb lines spreading outward. From the cracks, small hands emerged, child-sized, dozens, pale fingers curling over the edges, pulling. Daniel grabbed Claire. "We have to get out." But the bedroom door wouldn't budge. The 3 Ethans filled the doorway. One stepped forward, the original copy maybe. "We're learning fast now, thanks to you." Claire screamed as hands wrapped around her ankles from under the bed frame. No bed, just floor now, splitting wider. Daniel fought, punched, kicked, but more hands came, through the walls, the vents, the ceiling. They pulled Claire down first. Her screams cut off as blackness swallowed her. Daniel clawed at the carpet, tried to reach the window. The floor opened fully beneath him. He fell, not far, into a space that shouldn't exist, a void between floors, between walls, endless and cold. Faces everywhere, hundreds of Ethans, some small, some growing, all watching, all smiling that careful, practiced smile. In the center, the real Ethan stood, not struggling, not crying, just accepting. He looked at Daniel and whispered, "They're not taking me, Dad. They're becoming me." Daniel reached out one last time. The darkness closed over him.
2 months later, the Harper house went on the market. Minor foundation issues, the realtor told prospective buyers. Some old wiring, price to sell. A young couple from Columbus moved in. Mark, a software engineer. Sarah, a graphic designer. Their daughter, Lily, 7 years old. The first night, Lily came into their room clutching her stuffed rabbit. "Daddy, there's someone under my bed." Mark laughed gently, the way parents do. "Let's check, kidda." He knelt, lifted the dust ruffle.
Darkness, dust, a stray sock. See? All clear. He kissed her forehead, tucked her in, turned off the light. In the hallway, he paused. Something felt off. The air was colder than it should be. Back in their room, Sarah was already asleep. Mark slid under the covers, closed his eyes. At 3:17 a.m., the scratching began. Soft, patient. From beneath the bed. From inside the walls. From everywhere. Lily's voice, small, calm, came through the baby monitor on the nightstand. "Daddy, they said you have to ask them to come out." Mark sat up. In the monitor's grainy video feed, Lily sat upright in bed, smiling slowly. Behind her, in the shadows, another smile formed, identical.
And then another. And another. Mark whispered to Sarah, shaking her awake, "We need to leave now." But the bedroom door was already closing. The lights flickered. Hands reached up from under their own bed. Small, familiar. Learning. Waiting. In the darkness, the whispers overlapped, soft and endless. "Tell him to ask us to come out." No one ever left Cedar Ridge unchanged. And in every child's room, in every quiet suburb where porch lights click at dusk, the dark spaces wait, patient, practicing, ready for the next invitation.